Carpenter. And the reason that they do this too, the reason that they use an Olivia Rodrigo song or Sabrina Carpenter song is because, one, they are trying to continue normalizing their fascist ideology within popular culture. That's what they're hoping to do here. Two, because they think that they are genius trolls. They think, oh, this is silly, and how this is going to piss people off, right? Because they want the attention from it, because they want to rile people up. They want to get a response. Cindy Sweeney should make music for them. But I think this goal to control culture, to continue normalizing fascist ideology within our current culture, that is an example of what this is. That is wanting to co-opt and control culture that you did not create, and that is the antithesis of what the Trump regime's ideology is and what their goals are. But that's how it goes. Fascists steal culture. They take it for they take it for themselves, and they try and twist its meaning to fit their vacuous ideology. And it's a power play. Yes. Yeah, it's a power play. Of course, you have the White House account. Yeah, you have the White House account posting this video. It's basically a, what are you going to do about it, right? We're in power. I think the White House has explicitly said they're using these pop songs because publications will cover it. Yeah, and also too, it could be testing the waters. Like, it could be, right now in this second Trump term, when people have been perhaps more silent than they were in 2016. It can be, testing to see who's going to say something and who's not going to say something. And I think this, I think what's not a good sign is when an artist says something and a lot of people go, a lot of people almost view it as the exception rather than rather than what the norm is, because a lot of people have been cowered into silence. They have seen the way that this administration is abusing their power all over the place and have chosen to stay silent rather than to speak up. I mean, I talked about this too. When you look at award season in the 2010s, especially with like Me Too, Black Lives Matter, Oscars So White, there was a lot more political outcry. There was a lot more like major celebrities getting up on stage with the explicit intent of delivering a sound political message. And then, because woke went away, because fascism crept in more and more, because Israel is committing genocide, and everyone's a lot of people are still really afraid to speak out against Israel. We saw this drop. In public figures and in public figures in Hollywood using a stage, using an opportunity to like stand up for human rights. Fantano made a video about it. Could be, is this the Taylor Swift is a coward?
Hi, everyone.
Yeah, Taylor Swift is a coward. I don't always agree with Fantano's with his opinions, but I will say that man doesn't shy away from potentially pissing off massive fan bases. So I stay respecting him. He doesn't give a shit. He just keeps going. And the thing is, the reason too that I respect it, and that I, even if I don't always agree with him, I appreciate what he does, is because, like we were talking about yesterday, when we were discussing how stand-up has gotten out of control, and now we have stalkers being rewarded for their behavior. People like Simone Cromer, aka Club Chalamet, who gets a Wall Street Journal profile. And we have stans controlling a lot of the conversation. We have stans having amassed so much cultural power now that it affects music reviews. It affects journalists being able to feel like they can do their jobs. Anyway, so I don't want to live in a world where culture is being controlled by people who are ultimately just parasocialists and are not interested in any genuine critique, do not have the ability to separate being a fan from being a stan. I don't want us to continue in this direction where less and less people are afraid to voice their opinions on art. I don't want to live. I know, Queen, me too. Yeah, clip that. I don't want to live. Sky Nacho, thank you for the 9 months spudding. Thank you. Okay. Let me watch this. Let me watch this. I might watch the Fantano video another day. All right. So this is what I was talking about. Keith Urban covered Chappell Roan's Pink Pony Club during a private party at Mar-a-Lago this past weekend, where Trump was in attendance. All I can say is the pictures of Nicole Kidman after her divorce with Tom Cruise, where she's outside in the sunshine, is how I feel now that she is no longer with Keith Urban. I never understood that. And we did a whole stream one day uncovering more of Keith Urban that we were not aware of. And if you missed that stream, I will say it was one of the funnier ones that we've had here when we discovered Keith Urban's song titled, what was it? Cop Car? Yeah. The blue from the lights shining in her eyes looked like freedom. Yes, the musical stylings, the incredible poeticism of Keith Urban. When was the date on that VOD? It would have been the day that news first came out that Keith Urban and, yeah, thank you, Caitlin. Shouts out, Caitlin. Would have been the day that it was announced that Keith Urban and Nicole Kidman were splitting. So I don't know. Somebody in chat will know. Excuse the fuck out of me. Excuse me. Like, why didn't Keith Urban perform that song at Mar-a-Lago? Why are they performing Pink Pony Club? Is it maybe because these losers don't have good music of their own that they have to perform Chappell Roan, who's made it very clear that she hates everything they stand for, who at her concert that I was at said, fuck ICE, who has been very explicit in her politics. Again, why don't you sing Cop Car? That's your audience. That's your audience. It should be a law that no man can sing a chapel song. It should at least be a law that no one can sing a Chapel Roan song at Mar-a-Lago, or just in general, Keith Urban. That should be against the law. Keith Urban should just be against the law. Conservatives hate that they can't make good art, so they just enjoy our art while ignoring what it's really about. Yeah. Can we ban Keith Urban? Wait, why are we hating him? Confused. Is he a terrible guy? Yeah, he sucks. He sucks, and I'm gonna say it. So does his music. I'm just gonna say it. And I'm not just saying that because he's no longer with Nicole Kidman. Very brave take. Yeah, I'm dropping some truth nukes over here. I'm dropping some truth nukes. I will be so honest, without trying to sound parasocial. Without trying to sound parasocial, for all the years that they were together, I never understood it. Like I remember when there were first pictures showing that Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban were together, and as a fan of Nicole Kidman, is like a big fan of Mother Nicole, I always was like, why? There must be something going on here that we, the people, simply are not aware of. Okay, wait. Tennessee's been called. Tennessee, or is that just by... Who called it? CNN? Hold on a second. I know you timed this person out of Bandom, but Chapel Roan is a trans boy singing. Wait, hold on. This same person, I just have to show this is so bizarre. Lady Gaga is way better. Okay. Okay, so this is somebody who's a fan of Lady Gaga, but then is saying Chapel Roan is a trans boy singing. What I mean is she's complaining about a guy singing her song, but Chapel Roan is trans. Who is this chatter? What the hell? How can you so, first of all, be transphobic and be some big Lady Gaga fan? Hello? If there is one thing that Lady Gaga has been consistent on, it is being an ally to the trans community, even when she hasn't been great in other areas, namely Israel. She has consistently stood up for the trans community. But also, how do you so confidently say Lady Gaga is better than Chapel Roan and think Chapel Roan is trans? Not know that Chapel Roan is a cis woman who's gay. We've looped around to calling lesbians straight. If Chapel were to know, she'd be like, okay, I have to be 1,000% more gay. How is this lesbian a trans man? I think they might be legitimately confused. Sometimes people stumble in here and I'm like, where'd you come from? What's going on? What's going on up there? What are you like in real life? What hole did you crawl out of? Have you seen this? Whatever you linked, it says this video is no longer available. This is Patty Gonya is hiking 100 miles in drag. Oh my God. Over 1 week to try and raise $1 million for BIPOC and queer orgs working to make the outdoors and environmental spaces a more equitable place. Here is Patty Gonya's Instagram post explaining why. I'm hiking to raise $1 million for 8 outdoor orgs that help LGBTQ+, BIPOC, and low-income youth get outdoors. Many of these orgs have had millions of dollars of grants cut this past year with the war against DEI. The devil works hard, but I know we work harder. So if you would like to join me and support 8 orgs at once, plus get free Patty stickers in return, please donate here. Love it. Love it. Hiking 100 miles in drag. Homophobes could never. They truly could never. Never, ever. Brings a tear to me eye. Do you know what I'm really excited for? I'm excited that Cutie added a panel of drag queens doing red carpet fashion at the Streamer Awards. And I hope that by including this panel of drag queens, and then also Drag Trashly being a fabulous drag queen who was nominated for Hidden Gem, I hope that this, not just puts a spotlight on drag performers on the platform, but also reminds little idiot streamers that they need to get with the program. And I just hope that these drag queens are met with overwhelming love and support. I hope it'll expose some of those dillweed reactionary streamers to how nice they are. I mean, I think it's a great opportunity to have that many eyeballs across a lot of communities, to be putting a spotlight on how like hilarious and warm and wonderful drag queens are, and that you don't need to make a face or be fucking stupid because this is something you may not understand, or because you just have really narrow-minded, you have a very narrow-minded view on how people should be. You know, it's like they're performers. Aren't we all performers on this platform? If you're a Twitch streamer, aren't you an entertainer? Aren't you performing? Drag queens are also performers. They just put more effort in. How about that? Drag queens are also performers. They just put in a hell of a lot more effort than some of these other people. They are out performing. My name is Patty Gonia, and I challenge Pete Hegseth to a pull-up competition. I'll win, and I'll do it tucked.
50 pull-ups, 100 push-ups. It was President Trump. Hi, Pete Hegseth. Patty Gonia.
Okay, wait. I have a question. So I want to shit on Pete Hegseth because this Nazi fuck sucks, obviously. This is not how you do pull-ups, right? The way that he's doing pull-ups, as I'm saying this as someone who I don't know how to do pull-ups. I will be upfront. I don't know how to do pull-ups, but it is my understanding that you're not supposed to that doesn't seem as if it's the proper form.
100 push-ups. It was President Trump. Hi, Pete Hegseth. Patty Gonia here. While you're busy trying to take away the rights of queer people,
God.
I'm over here advocating for the rights of all people, including my right to do better pull-ups than you. All with
Holy shit, this is iconic. Oh my God, Patty.
my balls tucked inside of me. And that's 50, you little bitch.
Wow. That's 50, you little bitch. Does it while speaking to the camera, breathing evenly paced, and then walks away with a swish of the hair. That's what we call mogged. God damn, I love Patty Gonia. Oh, his staff hates him. Pete Hegseth, secretary spelled with 2 S's. Secretary spelled with 2 S's. Secretary of War. Yeah, they either hate him or they're just as stupid. I don't know. SS Retary. SS Cretary. I mean, I think he does like that. I think he very much so. I think this is the type of guy who has fantasies. Who has fantasies of being like an SS commander. Like he probably thinks about Nazi Germany and envisions himself as one of the as a member of Hitler's SS. All right. Clefariel, thank you for the 9 months. What are we talking about next? So we talked about Sabrina Carpenter. I want to talk about okay, let's talk about Scarlett Johansson. You don't have piece of shit hair like that if you don't LARP as like some sort of luff-waff piece of shit. Yes, as Pete Hegseth has said, it's your duty as an American patriot to get fit. So, with our conversation yesterday, just a reminder too that these Nazis are making sure they are fit and fresh. And so I guess if you want motivation to work out, you're like, damn, I really want to go to the gym. I really want to get some exercise. I know it'll be good. Now it'll be good for my mental, for my physical, but you just simply can't find the motivation. Well, I think as a reminder, a fascist worked out today. Did you? News on the diddler? Yes, we'll talk about that afterwards. Okay, so Scarlett Johansson says it's hard to know the impact of her support for Woody Allen. It's important to stand up for what you believe in. In 2019, Scarlett Johansson told The Hollywood Reporter about Woody Allen. I love Woody. I believe him, and I would work with him anytime. This is 2 years after the Me Too movement, mind you. The A-list actress is one of the few actors to have stayed loyal to the Oscar-winning director after his stepdaughter, Dylan Farrow, alleged he sexually abused her as a child. Not to mention as well that he married his, essentially his adopted child. I mean, it was Mia Farrow who adopted Suni Previn, but Woody Allen was her father figure. He was ostensibly her father, and he raised her, and he began a relationship with her that ultimately ended up in them getting married and having children. And so the Dylan Farrow accusations are quite serious and horrifying. But on top of that, the fact that he also did this, he also married Suni Previn, and that is somebody that he raised from a very young age and was in a position to groom her. It's very gross. Okay. So in 2019, Scarlett Johansson said that she loves Woody, blah, blah, blah. Allen has found himself ostracized by certain corners of Hollywood and his image worsened by the Me Too movement. He's consistently denied the claims. You know what I will say too? Woody Allen, though, is one of the few people who's been quote unquote canceled, which I hate using that term, but that's just the term that people apply to powerful men in an industry like Hollywood, facing consequences for serious allegations of abuse. Anyway, he's one of the few who he has never really he's never really said, oh, my life was ruined. I lost all my friends. I don't have anything anymore because I got unfairly canceled, in the way that a lot of others have. And I don't think it's not to say it's a good reflection on him, of him kind of maybe having a moment of self-awareness. I think what it is a recognizing that even when all that stuff came out on Woody, even when it's like before the Dylan Farrow allegations, we've known that he married Suni Previn. People still stood by Woody Allen. He's still winning international awards. He's still being talked about favorably by major actors in the industry. And so I think it's an honesty, but not one to give him any credit, that he didn't claim like other powerful men in the industry that like his life had been ruined by the allegations. In a recent interview with The Telegraph about her directorial debut, The June Squibb starring Eleanor the Great, Johansson, who has worked with Allen on 3 of his films, Matchpoint, Scoop, and Vicky Cristina Barcelona, was asked about going to bat for Allen in that Hollywood Reporter piece and how she handled the inevitable online furor. She was asked, what were the consequences? I guess it's hard to know, she responded. You never know what the domino effect is exactly. But my mom always encouraged me to be myself, to see that it's important to have integrity and stand up for what you believe in. At the same time, she continued, I think it's also important to know when it's not your turn. I don't mean that you should silence yourself. I mean, sometimes it's just not your time. And that's something I've understood more as I've matured. So the main thing that kind of made me roll my eyes at this is her talking about having integrity. Now, there have been some situations recently where Scarlett Johansson has stood up for herself in a way that I have agreed with. So, for instance, when she sued multi-billion-dollar corporation Disney because they fucked her over during the copyright strike here, because people are copyright striking all over the place as a way to silence their critics. Let's get like an actual legitimate copyright strike here. What fucking losers. Oh my God. So many times I still can't believe this is the political timeline we're in. Where you have the White House beefing with a famous pop star who's like, hey, don't use my song in your disgusting video where you are dehumanizing immigrants. You know, when they post, you know, whoever's running that account, you know, when they post that stuff too, they're like, yeah, it's Stephen Miller wannabes. I could see Stephen Miller. Even though that's not what his job would entail, being a part of the White House social media usage, because that's how he is. Like that's how pathetic and snivelly he is. Or maybe it's barren. I don't know. It reeks of the stuff that he says. Yeah, I know. Yes. Spudding, thank you for the 27 months. Sejong, thank you for the 23. XOXO, thank you for the tier 1. D Machine, thank you for the 12 months. M Gauntlet, thank you for the tier 1. 10 feet high, thank you for the resub. Baron's too busy watching kick streamers. Wait, who was it that we found out Baron watches? Doesn't he watch, isn't he a juicer or he watches Aiden Ross. Oh, great. Excellent. Yeah. Old acquaintances of mine found out their music was used as a means of torture in Guantanamo Bay. They sued for a symbolic amount of $666,000. Oh my God, that is so sickening. That is, oh man, the way that evil people steal art that is not at all reflective or meant for their evil will. You know what's funny to me? Hey, White House, why don't you use Kid Rock songs? Why don't you use, whoever the hell else you have on your team, right? Because I know they only have one song and you've kind of used those up, and also they suck ass. But there are other artists out there who are friendlier to you, who are on more of your side than somebody like Sabrina Carpenter. Right? I should be your only streamer. I don't care if you have to forego sleep, if you have to forego work, if you have to forego your personal life. I don't give a shit. This is the only thing that matters. My Twitch goal this year is to watch way more of your stream, and I succeeded. 637 hours watched, not including VOD time. Does VOD time count? Does VOD count? Fable Gray, thank you for the 37 months. You beat Will this year by 1 hour. Woo! Wow. Wait, okay. Does it count? I don't know. It counts VOD watching on Twitch. Okay, it does count. If it helps, you are now, like, honestly my fave streamer online. Stop, please. 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 Please stop. Keep going. Please don't. Please don't. Keep going. What were you saying? Oh, no. No more. I couldn't possibly. Yes, more. Yes, more. Oh! Oh, please. Oh, I couldn't possibly. I could not possibly. All sham, no wow. Thank you for the 3 months. W women. That's right. Mad Ferocious, thank you for the 5 months. Bashful Moi, thank you for the 18. Good Gissel, thank you for the 4. Okay, aside from Anonymous, does anybody think they have Anonymous beat? Because I know without even looking, Anon. I feel like Anon also because of the VODs. Because, like, there's just no... I can't see anybody above 1,800 hours. That's so many hours. Wait, hold on. Let me go to calculator. Okay, 1,800 hours. So if there's 365 days in a year, 24 hours a day, that's 8,760 hours. That doesn't seem that much. Divided by 1,800. That's an average of 4.9 hours. But I think that's probably even more than I streamed because of the VODs. Anon has even more hours because, let's see. Sabrina, so my total chats are 1,700 wrong, but my mod chats are 17,000. I can't imagine having that much to say. I mean, I have that much to say, but that's why I'm a streamer, you know? That's why I streamed 1,500 hours. Top categories were just chatting, Minecraft, LA Noire, Peak, Night Rain, and that's it. Your top stream reached 40,000 viewers. Oh my God, who is she? Wait, when the hell would I have had 40,000? Oh. Okay, this does not count. This does not count because unlike some other streamers out there, I do not intentionally view bot. Not counts. I don't care. Yeah, these were 40,000 real human viewers. It was crazy. If you missed it, man, what a stream. What a day. Earlier, I thought I was washed up because after 5 minutes of my stream being live, it said I had one viewer. And I thought about when I used to have 40,000 viewers. It was when we were naming 100 queer people. It was all the queer people I couldn't fucking remember. Yeah. 40,000 queer people right there for you to name. And you named straights. Everyone has viewbot peaks this year. Would it have been during the China trip? No. Okay, if you don't know why we're laughing, it's because this was during the Progressive Next show that we did when little old me, you can't mega lull me now because I had very real and true 40,000 viewers. The funniest thing too is I know everybody says they don't view bot, but it's me. Do you think I would fucking know how to do anything like that? Because there were people who were accusing me of view botting my own channel. I'm like, do you think I would be that stupid to view bot 40,000 viewers on a thinking of anything? So Matt, if you're listening, I still gotta think. I still gotta think about it. You guys, a Quando emote. Okay, wait. Let me pull up a notes. I like that. Quando emote with Mike. You can save streaks with VOD watching, by the way, for anyone who cares about their streak. Oh, if you care about your streak, PSA, you can save your streak by watching a VOD. Oh, I'm making kind of a poster for you. Might post it soon. Oh, hell yeah. Tell me quando. A Palestine one would be nice. I thought we had one. Maybe not. Do you know what I want? Oh, the cutest thing that I got was a little panda. It was a panda pin that had the Palestine. It had like a Palestine heart. I really love that. I might have that pin be turned into an emote. That'd be cute. Well, I might as well get some Farley ones in there, you know? Some more Farley emotes. She's a diva. Oh. You know what we need? We need She Ain't No Diva, and we need She Is a Diva. She ain't no diva. She ain't no diva. My Thai, thank you for the 11 months. we get a pride emote so I can be the most annoying lesbian in chat? Do we not have one? I kind of just assume that we have these. We need one for RIP tribute segments. Yeah, that's actually a good, you know what? I should really be thinking about like the different types of segments we do, the things that we kind of, like the little inside jokes. Just kind of, I think, what makes up our stream. Oh, we need a body segment emote. Yeah, we do. Can we have a pride emote that's gay Farley wearing a rainbow bandana, but also looking mad? Gay Farley. Gay Farley. And it only goes up to, I think it only goes up to a year. We could keep these. Yeah, I got to think about what I want to do for updated sub badges. You know, I think you guys deserve some new things. I think y'all deserve some new things, and we haven't done new things in a while. I also have started on the initial plans for doing my stream room. That's a project that I really want to focus on in the new year. So, you know, new year, new me, new stream things. We're getting new structures. Yes. Clopez, thank you for the 39 months. Cutie, thank you for the 4 months. Could be an interview mic sub badge. Yeah, maybe some of them, maybe like if with some of these emote ideas, I can look at them for potential sub badges. Somebody made a Farley Pride. Wait. What? Farley Pride. I thought we had Pride. I know we have the the hands and the hearts one. We do have Farley Pride. Wait, who made Cosmic Irony made that? But they specifically asked that it be considered for sub emote. Oh, I love it. I love Farley Pride. You were my second most watched. Y'all, here's what I will say. I appreciate you tuning in for whatever amount of time that you can. But if I am not your number one with at least 2,000 hours next year, which will be more hours than I actually stream, don't even bother coming back. If you don't have more hours in here than I have streamed in the year, if you're not pulling anonymous numbers, don't even bother returning. This is the word of Lady Guan. I run a tight ship. I run a very tight ship. Lady Guan hath spoken. Okay, so we have emotes, sub badges. This is like the scene in Bridesmaids when she's told don't bother coming to her wedding. That's right. Okay, anything else? Can we see Farley? He already made his appearance. He's not coming back. He's retreated into the darkness. He has retreated into the darkness. Yes, I have Lady Guan emote on the on my little notes app. I'm new here, trying to stream, but the few streams I've seen, I know next year you'll be in my top most watched. Lady Guan has blessed you. You shall have good fortune in the new year. Farley Ominous Blob. I thought we already have one, don't we? I think we have the Ominous Blob. So sorry I clocked only 370 hours this year, Lady Guan. Lady Guan is displeased. 10 feet high, thank you for the resub. John, thank you for the 5 months. Hogan, thank you for the gifted. No, I mean, honestly, not to be like, I'm just still amazed that people dedicate time to be here. It is one of those things where when the recap comes out every year and people start tagging me and it's cool, you know? But as I said, get those numbers up. No, because I know that y'all got a lot going on, and I am somebody who I can't listen to things when I'm trying to do other things, unless it's like doing laundry. So I guess shout out to people's ADHD or whatever else allows them to be able to listen to a stream and do other things in their life. And then also, also chit chat. Okay, wait, sorry. I'm just got to see one thing. out. And I think Blumhouse is pretty new to the space as far as being a sponsor. So it's kind of exciting. I think I'm one of the first streamers that they maybe reached out to. But yeah, so it's a cool psychedelic horror game. And I will be playing that. It's only an hour long. So as I said, probably around 8 or 8:30. We got 2 hours, so it's probably like 2 stories. Okay, well, I do have a lot of things I want to talk about. I want to talk about Quentin Tarantino. I want to talk about the Diddy jurors. I want to talk about the Starbucks strike. I want to talk about Scarlett Johansson's comments on Woody Allen. I want to talk about I want to talk about Sabrina Carpenter ratioing the fuck out of the White House. I want to talk about a lot of stuff. Did you guys hear about the Nepo Baby Met Gala? Gotta cover that, obviously. I want to talk about the trans TA who was suspended. So maybe we kind of try and rapid fire this. But first, I'm going to start off by showing these photos of Sydney Sweeney. Okay, I have a question. This feels intentional. I swear to God, Sydney's team is making her look like a Republican, is making her look like a Fox News host. I feel like there's too many of these instances now when she has done promo for whatever film it is that she's doing promo for, and they make her look like a Fox News host, or they make her look like she's the, she's like Caroline Lee. She's like the White House press sec. What is happening? And this feels like it is to piss people off. The red really brings out her Republicanness. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, Sydney Sweeney is fully aware of how disastrous her PR has been this year. And she knows, and her team knows. So the fact that they seem to be leaning into this MAGA vibe, I feel like it's on purpose. I do. It feels like a way to like try and be cheeky. I don't know. I don't know. Or be like, is she trying to cater to her new audience? I don't know. So this was her look for Jimmy Fallon. The Fox News bob, the red dress. Someone said, is she aware? Yes. No, she's aware of everything. And we covered that interview with that journalist who did a terrible job, who could have pushed back just a little bit when Sydney Sweeney was like, oh yeah, I mean, when there's something that I think is important, then I'll speak out about it. It's like, girl, I can think of 100 things that are important that you can speak out about. No, I think she doesn't give a fuck, honestly. Which considering like a year or two ago, Sydney Sweeney posted a video crying on the internet and was like, everybody leave me alone. Everybody's mean about my appearance, yada, yada. And people were empathetic towards her. And they were like, yeah, support to Sydney Sweeney. And then all this shit happened over the last year. Anyway. Mean ? It was her responding to people on the internet being mean, which is par for the course, right? And at the time, a lot of people were like, yeah, just, leave Sydney Sweeney alone, yada, yada. But I use that as an example to say Sydney is aware of all the discourse around her. Sydney is aware that Donald Trump has been using her in the culture war, has been using the Sydney Sweeney has good genes. Yeah. at the highest level of politics. She is absolutely aware of it. Absolutely aware. And here's the difference between her and like a Sabrina Carpenter. When Sabrina Carpenter, and same with Olivia Rodrigo, because her music was used in an ICE video where they were like beating down on immigrants, and Olivia Rodrigo told them, never use my music again, go fuck yourselves. So Sabrina, here it is. Look at this disgusting video. Have you ever tried this one? It's just so cruel and disgusting. And the way that the White House Twitter account frequently does this, where they take things in pop culture and set it to a really cruel video of them treating immigrants inhumanely. It's evil, it's psychotic, it's so vile, and you're not on the team. You are not on the team, okay? You don't get to use Olivia Rodrigo's music. You don't get to use Sabrina Carpenter's music. You're not on the team.
Have you ever tried this one? Have you ever tried this one? Have you ever tried this one? I know you want my touch for.
It's just so, it's so gross. It's so gross. Sabrina Carpenter's Have You Ever Tried This One? It's like a cheeky, it's a tongue-in-cheek, move that she does at her concerts, and absolutely is the exact opposite vibe of what the White House is doing towards their treatment of immigrants. It's nasty. And then Sabrina said, this video is evil and disgusting. Do not ever involve me or my music to benefit your inhumane agenda. This may be up there with one of the biggest ratios. Her tweet has, I bet you this is going to top out. I bet you this is going to hit at least 1 million. It's at 852,000 likes right now. Truly a devastating ratio, but in a good way. They don't have any pop music on the right, so they use whatever they can. Yes, this is another example of how fascists steal. Fascists steal because they cannot create, and so they steal from they steal from popular culture. Case in point, the way that red-pilled alt-right dumbasses have tried to claim the Matrix as their own, claim that, that's where all like the red-pilled stuff comes from, how they will take songs from pro-LGBTQ, pro-immigrant, pro-progressive human rights artists, popular artists like Olivia Rodrigo and Sabrina Carpenter, and think that they can just, they don't give a fuck, obviously. They're just gonna, they tried to claim Pepe the Frog. Oh, yeah, singing. Oh, my God, we never even talked about that. I'm sorry. I'm like super hyper right now. I cannot believe I was out of town when that happened, where not only Paco, he's so fucking divorced. I saw that and I was like, oh my God, thank the Lord. Thank the Lord Mother Nicole is free. Thank the Lord. Yes, that happened. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, wait. Somebody linked the White House's. Their response is even more cringe. Okay. Keith Urban, Mar-a-Lago, Pink Pony Club.
Keith Urban just sparked one of...
Okay. Hold on. We'll get to that in a second. White House responds to Sabrina Carpenter. Here's a short and sweet message. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. For Sabrina, we won't apologize for deporting dangerous criminal, illegal murderers, rapists, and pedophiles from our country. Psychedelic horror game that just launched today for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, and PC via Steam. You can do !sleep, which will take you to the page there if this game looks interesting to you. And here is the premise of the game. In a desperate attempt to remain awake, the denizens of the last known city on Earth are reaching a panic crisis of reckless experiments in their effort to avoid the hush, the inexplicable disappearance of those who sleep. Playing as Katya, players must survive the devotees of various depraved death cults, try to stay awake, and solve the puzzles of this mysterious world. So it's cool because Robin Fink of Nine Inch Nails, this is a game that he helped to craft, and so I'm sure the audio experience will be one of the strong elements of the game. Okay. Great. Excellent. So I'm very excited about this because not only do I love horror games, I love getting sponsored for horror games, but also because it's Blumhouse Games, which is really cool. And I'm excited to dive on in. So Hannah, oh my God, Hannah's back. Hannah's back. I've been more of a lurker lately than a chatter, but I will always have love and appreciation for this. Oh, Hannah, you will always be a part of this community, even if you can't chat all the time. And thank you for the 24 months. Okay, y'all. So it is hashtag sponsored portion of the stream. So I hope you stick around. It's only going to be an hour, and then I will see what I'll do afterwards if I keep streaming. But if you are heading out, thank you for hanging with us tonight. It is Tuesday. I will be back tomorrow. I will probably go live around. Oh, I didn't get to. There's other news I didn't get to. I will probably. This is what happens on the stream, y'all. If you're new to the stream, I always have a plan of things that I want to talk about. I usually have over planned and I have too many things to talk about, and then things get brought up during the stream. And so sometimes it takes me multiple streams to finally cover something that I have meant to cover. So that's kind of also you have to come back if there's a story that interested you, if there was something you wanted to hear my thoughts on, guess you'll have to come back for the next stream and hope that I chat about it. But anyway, okay. Alrighty, so adjust until darkest symbol is barely visible. Okay, let's do it like that. Set brightness to selected setting. Ooh, I feel like I should turn the lights off. Let's just check the settings. Subtitles. Let's throw those on. Anything else here? Display, disable motion blur, that's off. Okay. Ooh. Oh, game category. Yes. Thank you. It's a brand new game. Let's see. Yes, they do have a category for it. Okay. Alrighty, playing Blumhouse games. Sleep awake. All right. Yippee yahoo!
Armor, listen carefully. I don't have much time. I had a vision last night. One I don't fully understand, but we've lived with the hush for so long. We've witnessed our families, everyone, vanish in their sleep, taken while dreaming in some unfathomable nightmare. I believe it is neither science nor sin consuming our world in its waning days, but rather something beyond our understanding. I feel I'm on the verge of a breakthrough, something that could put an end to all this. But I can't stay here. I'd be putting all of you in danger.
This feels like an acid trip.
I must depart tonight. I trust you to look after Bo and Kocha while I'm gone. Not that Kocha needs looking after, as she'll tell you. She is a strong one. It's starting to rain. I'll be back as soon as I can. Until then, stay awake. However you can. Stay awake.
Stay awake, Katya.
You know, I've always felt like if I were ever in a situation where I had to stay awake, I would actually do a really good job because I don't like going to bed. I think I would do a better job than most people.
Focus.
Sleep? What sleep? Wow.
My alarm's already set.
Okay.
Armor really captured us. Your faces are fading, but your voices keep me company.
I cannot sleep.
Ah, there you are.
When the bag appears, that item is now in your inventory. Press 1 or no, press I. I for inventory. That makes sense. When am I supposed to game if I have to go to bed? Well, stay awake. Okay, select microfilm.
Remember the hush.
Some unfathomable nightmare.
There is danger in dreaming. You must not sleep.
I must not sleep.
I must not sleep.
Remember the hush of November. You were my top streamer? Let's go. The mysterious disappearance of dreamers en masse persists as the remaining population draws increasingly alarmed and afraid at the abrupt vanishing of its populace. The dematerialization of individuals is believed to be linked to biorhythmic feedback emitted during the delta sleep state. How this patterning relates to bodies being lost remains unexplained, though disparate theories are emerging. Warning, avoid sleep by all means. Well, call me Edward Cullen the way that I don't need to sleep. The Crush is now experiencing what no known city before it has ever endured. Mass sleep psychosis. Submitted to perpetual insomnia, the denizens of the Crush are reaching a panic crisis of reckless experiments in an effort to stave what is now widely referred to as the Hush.
New day, dear. Collect your thoughts.
Collect my thoughts.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Whoa! Big one! Oh, shit! The kitchen!
What's happening?
Counting for fear of losing track.
Wait, this is how many days that I've been awake? Oh, that's a lot of days. Oh, okay. There's sunshine. I've got sunshine. Yeah, it's a lot of days. What's the most amount of days that a human can stay awake before their brain will just break? Where you can cause permanent damage? No, it's definitely not 2 because I've pulled multiple all-nighters in my past. I thought it was like 5. What's the longest that anyone in here has gone without sleeping? Cannot sleep. Keep awake. No sleep. I start hallucinating at 3. And it's a long time to be awake. 72 hours playing Red Dead. Okay, that's 20. That's 3 days. Wow, a lot of y'all have been awake for 3 days straight. 7 days? Flunky, what the hell? Years ago?
Shit, don't fall asleep. Not now.
I can't believe how many of you had stayed awake just multiple days in a row gaming. I cannot not sleep. Yeah, I think my max is 2 days. But I used to do that a lot in college. Oh, I like this little light. Keep door locked. Why? What's on the other side? Now I really want to open the door. Narcolepsy is terrible. My dad has pretty much every sleep disorder you can have.
Damn it.
What happened in here? Dad and baby Beau. Here I am at 19 already causing trouble. Don't you ever stop. Love, Amma.
Okay, distillery's intact. My heart, less so. Arma's anti-sleep infusion. Better check my notes. Right.
Ooh.
I swapped out the wormwood for artemisia. Good thing I wrote this all down.
Good thing I can understand all of these notes. Okay. Grind, then place and diffuse. Important. The water must be purified via cymatic ritual prior to incorporating into infusion, or the process will yield unpredictable results. These are drug notes. Okay. Grind, then place in. Okay. Okay. Do I?
Why is my alarm going off?
I don't know.
Better reset it or it'll drive me crazy.
Oh, what the heck is that? Oh no.
What the fuck?
Uh-oh.
Stay up.
Uh-oh.
Stay awake.
That's the name of the game. It's my sleep paralysis demon. This is very Nine Inch Nails coded. Wow, this game really reminds me of China Doll. I hope Blumhouse makes that script into a movie. I think we're hallucinating. I love when I'm so sleep deprived, I move past the stage of being sleepy into hallucinating. Really? You love that?
It's her.
You're drifting, Katya.
Who are you?
Forgotten, have you? Let's begin again.
Where am I? Whoa.
Shh. It's all right.
This is just Burning Man.
This is all perfectly natural. Come along. There's so much more to see.
Whoa. It's a butthole. It's beautiful and natural, everyone.
Where'd she go now?
So the game makers said that they were I think they were like really inspired by Joshua Tree. They spent a lot of time out in Joshua Tree when they were working on this. And oh. And they also were
did as you asked.
interested in examining like
from me?
It's nearly time to depart. Let's get you packed, shall we?
okay, where's this train going? They were really intrigued by the space between being asleep and being awake. We've all experienced that. When you're in this in-between, and it's weird because you don't know what's real and you don't know
Take me where?
you don't know what's a dream. Yo, we got bullet trains everywhere but the United States. We could have this in the US.
We talked about this. You haven't had a change of heart, have you, dear?